Hard to capture, extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a convict and start killing. It's manifesting. The gods work like appliances, dealing in my sacred life.
Yo, what's going on, guys? So before we get into today's video, just gotta say that today's video is gonna be brought to you by Beautiful Halo. And I gotta say, if you guys want to purchase some really awesome anime merchandise, everything from Boruto / Naruto to Black Clover, My Hero Academia, Dragon Ball, click down in the description box and use my link below in order to do so. It's also a really great way to help support the channel. As a bit of an added bonus, a lot of their anime merchandise, like you saw in the video just now, is on sale right now, and there's free worldwide shipping on anything over $29. And as a quick heads up, before you order anything, make sure you check the size chart. It's very detailed and it's going to prevent you from ordering something that might not actually fit you. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy. So with all that being said though, if you're still here, I'm assuming that you've already read the Boruto manga and you're okay with me talking about spoilers. So I gotta say right now, man, like now that the upcoming Boruto manga chapter is almost here as of this recording, the chapter's not here yet. We're only a few days away from spoilers, and I wanted to discuss with you guys the fact that I think there's a clear way to handle the Momoshiki problem. And the idea actually came to me when I was working on the video for every Uzumaki Sealing Jutsu Explained, and I was chopping up the audio to send it to the wonderful editor that did that, and the idea crossed my mind that this is actually a really good way to handle the threat of Momoshiki and also slow down the fact that Momoshiki is at 80% progression into taking over Boruto's body. So far in the series, we've seen it to where Momoshiki's taken over Boruto's body twice. He's gone on a rampage, he's stolen chakra from Naruto, he's looked at Sasuke and said, I remember when you stabbed my Rinnegan, I took that shit personally. I'm about to pay you back 10 times fold. And so, as we know, Sasuke got his Rinnegan destroyed in the last chapter, and Boruto Shiki is holding a kunai, looking like he's about to end several careers in the process. And so, given the fact that Naruto is in such a weakened state, it makes you wonder, what can they actually do? Naruto surely isn't going to be able to put up a fight against Momoshiki because Boruto is, for the most part, still relatively healthy. He didn't burn through a lot of chakra, and so Momoshiki's gonna be starting at a much higher point than he did when he took over Boruto's body against Boro. Sasuke was left near death. The dude was getting kicked through boulders and everything, and Boruto had to save Sasuke's life during that fight. And so what can Naruto do in a chakra drained state? That new transformation was eating away this chakra. What can Naruto actually do? Well, I give you guys a solution. So essentially, Naruto does have, if he chooses to, the ability to start using some of those Uzumaki Sealing Jutsu. Now, somebody's gonna say, but Naruto doesn't really know any of the Sealing Jutsu. Yes and no. So the thing you have to keep in mind is that Naruto, at this point in time, Naruto's been Hokage for a few years now, which means that Naruto has access to all of those scrolls. That's part of the reason why Orochimaru wanted to become Hokage, because Orochimaru wanted access to all those forbidden scrolls that the Hokage have. Now, inside of one of those scrolls, if I'm not mistaken, it's referred to as a scroll of sealing. And so when you look at that and you look at the fact that Naruto unconsciously was able to use his own sealing jutsu to trap Kurama after winning the tug of war with Kurama with Kushina's help, it does make sense in a way that if you use something like the like or similar to or slightly different than the one that Naruto had placed on him by Minato, basically you have the two seals that are overlapping on top of each other. And so if you look at that, it gives you opportunity where maybe you're able to take the chakra that is coming from the Karma seal and you're able to essentially have it slowly mixed into Boruto's chakra. Now that could in theory slow down the actual progression of the karma, especially if you do it while Momoshiki has physically transformed Boruto's body. It is possible, since it is a different entity. While it is Boruto himself, it's Momoshiki guiding, it's Momoshiki as the dominant force, the dominant personality. It is possible in theory if you can take that and you can actually seal that away. And so maybe you do something like maybe you put a seal on top of the Karma seal, similar to what Orochimaru did when he was messing with Naruto's sealing formula. It makes me wonder if maybe there's a way to actually use sealing jutsu to take care of the threat of Boruto Shiki, and so that buys time, because if you're 80% now of the encoding process to where Momoshiki is basically using Boruto like a zip drive, if you're already at 80%, there's not much time left, because Boruto's only had that seal for roughly a year, which means that we might be less than a year away from that. But we know for a fact that Boruto's 16 years old when he fights against Kawaki, so we know that there's at least 3 more years where Boruto's not had that Karma seal take over his body. And so I think this makes the most logical sense. And given the fact that Naruto is an Uzumaki, and because Naruto learned so much about his clan from Kushina in that short period in time when he actually spoke to her, I could see a scenario to where Naruto did learn something, and this would be a really good way to actually pull on Naruto's Uzumaki lineage. And also, when it comes to sealing jutsu, we've seen just about every Hokage, with the exception of, I think, Tobirama, who didn't use a sealing jutsu. All the rest of them used some type of sealing jutsu at least once. And so for the character of Naruto, this is the most humane thing right here. This allows him to sidestep quite a few problems, because the 5 Kage, you can bet your ass that the Tsuchi Kage and the Mizukage Chojuro is going to be in a situation where they're going to want to have Boruto killed off because Boruto's too big of a threat. They're going to point to the fact that Naruto said, like, hey, leave Kawaki to me. As long as I'm watching over him, we don't have to worry about him becoming a threat. That didn't work out too well. And they can make the same argument that your son is a lot of trouble. And so I think this would be a really good compromise. This would be a really good compromise if you have it to where Naruto places that seal onto Boruto, and then Sasuke takes responsibility for him, and they find a way to actually get rid of the Karma seal, which it looked like that's what Boruto and Kawaki were going to try and do together. And so since only one of them actually has the Karma right now, this could be a really good way to actually kind of tie that in there. I think that this could also be something where if Naruto presents it, it actually works out very well, because you can tell the Kage, like, there's another Ten Tails. They want to create another divine tree. This gives us the opportunity to prevent them from being able to sacrifice Boruto, because they need Inosuke in order to do it. If my son never becomes Inosuke, we don't have to worry about that possibility ever arising. So I definitely think that this is something, if Kishimoto chooses to go this route, it is something that can work. However, I want to know from you guys, what are you guys' thoughts about this? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching to the end. Have an awesome day, guys.